My name is Robinson. I am from England. I am 18 years old. My father is German and my mother is English. I have two brothers and one sister. We are a good family. My father is a good businessman. We have money. I have a good school and a good life. But I have a dream. I want to travel. I want to see the world. My father is a good man. He wants the best for me. But my dream is not his dream, and he is not happy. The situation is not easy. It is morning, and my father is in his room. He wants to speak with me. I go to his room. My father has some questions. He wants to know why I want to travel. My father says traveling is dangerous. Traveling is not comfortable. You can die. I think about it. Traveling is dangerous. It is not comfortable. I can die. But it is also very interesting. I can see new countries, and I can meet new people. I think about traveling every day. Maybe my mother can help me. I speak with my mother. I tell her I want to travel. I want to see the world. Please speak with my father. Maybe with your help, I can travel. My mother loves me, but she thinks that traveling is dangerous. She believes that my place is at home. She thinks that life in England is the best for me. 1 year later, I visit a big town. The name of this town is Hull. I meet my friend. His father has a ship and they travel to London. My friend tells me, "Go with me." I think about it. I'm not prepared, but I can try. If traveling is for me, now I go to London. I am very happy. It is my first long journey. It is very interesting. The first hour is good, but then we have problems. We see a storm. The storm is big, the wind is strong, the ship goes up and down. I have fear. I think about my home. I think about my comfortable bed. The storm is finished in the morning. The weather is nice and the evening is beautiful. Everything is quiet. One man comes to me. We speak about the storm. I speak about my fear. The man gives me a drink. I drink very much, and I sleep very well at night. The next day, I forget about my home. I forget about my comfortable bed. I dream more about traveling. Chapter 2. Storm. The next day, our ship is slow because the wind is not strong. Then the wind is strong again. We go fast. A new storm comes. This storm is bigger. I am scared. The men are scared too. The waves are very big. The waves are like mountains. I see other ships. The ships are like toys. The waves play with the ships. I want to go home again. The storm is very big. The men ask God for help. Then one man sees a hole in the ship. Water is inside. It is a bad situation. Many men go down. They pump the water out. I am very scared. I can't move. One man comes to me. He says, "Go down and help." So I go down and we pump the water out. I hear a gun. It is a signal from our captain. It is a signal that we have a big problem. Our ship is very broken. It is full of water. We work very hard. We pump the water out, but the hole is very big. More and more water is inside the ship. The weather is better. The waves are smaller, but the ship is full of water. We need help. We see another ship. Before our ship, the men from the other ship send a small boat. The men on the boat come to our ship, and they help us. We go on their boat. 15 minutes later, our big ship goes underwater. We are safe on the small boat. We see land. We go to the land. We see people on the beach. They wait for us. They help us. They give us some money. We can go to London or Hull. I go to London. When I am in London, I meet a captain. The captain goes to Africa. I think that I can make some money there. The captain tells me about the business in Africa. He tells me what to buy in England. He tells me what people in Africa need. The journey to Africa is very good. I have a lot of money after this journey. I am happy. I want to travel more. I want to do more business. I want to learn how to control the ship. The captain teaches me how to control the ship. I go to Africa again. The journey starts well, but soon we have big problems. We see a ship. It is not an English ship. It is a pirate ship. The pirates want to take our ship. Their ship is fast. Soon they are near our ship. The pirates attack us. Many pirates come on our ship. They kill our men. We can't win. We stop the fight. Now we are prisoners. Chapter 3. Woman. I am young and strong. I must work as a slave. I work for the captain of the pirates. I feel very sad. I have a bad life. I must work hard. I work every day. I work in the house, and I work in the garden. The captain tells me what to do. I don't like my work. I want to change my situation. I want to be free again. It is morning. I meet the young woman works in the house. She is so beautiful, but she is also a slave. She cleans the house. I speak with her. She doesn't speak my language, but I feel that she understands me. When she sees me, she is happy, and I am happy too. Sometimes she touches me, but it is only for a short moment. Slaves can't be together. I think about the young woman very often. I want to meet her every day, but she is not in the house every day. When I think about her, I have a nice feeling in my body. I think that I love this woman. I think that she is my girlfriend, and I am her boyfriend. But our love is complicated. We can't live together. It is very sad. Sometimes I fish with the captain or his friends. A young boy helps us. We use a small boat when we fish. One morning when we are fishing, we get lost. Fog is around our boat. We see nothing. We can't go home. The next day, the fog is gone, and we can go home. When we are back, the captain says, "Use a bigger boat. The bigger boat is better for long journeys." One day, the captain tells me, "Put more food and drinks on the boat. Bring some guns, too." The captain wants to fish with his friends. I prepare the boat. I put food and guns on the ship. But the captain's friends don't want to fish. Then the captain tells me to prepare the boat for usual fishing for the next day. This is my chance. I can run away. A lot of food and guns are on the boat. I prepare the boat for fishing, but I leave the food and guns on the boat. Tomorrow I can run away. This is my plan. I think about the young woman. I want to take her with me, but I don't know how to do it. It is not possible to take her on the boat. I am sad. I don't know what to do. I want to be free, but my heart wants to be with her. It is the morning. I meet the young woman in the house. She is so beautiful. I look at her. She knows that something is different. Maybe she understands that this is our last moment together. She looks in my eyes. She touches my hand. I think that she understands. Her face is sad. My face is sad too. She smiles at me. Then she goes away. This is our last moment together. Chapter 4. Lion. 1 hour later, we are ready. The boy and I go to the boat. One man goes with us. He is our boss for today. Soon we are far from the land, but we can't catch fish. Then we go very far from the land. Our boss thinks that we can catch fish there. At one moment, our boss goes to the front of the boat. I quickly push him into the sea. He wants to swim back, but I take a gun. When he sees the gun, he swims away. When he is away, I look at the boy. I want to know if he is on my side. I see that he is on my side. After 2 years, I am free. We go very, very fast. The wind is good. The next day, we are far from pirate land, but we don't stop. We continue. After 6 days, we must stop. We need some fresh water. We wait for the night. Then we go to the land. When we are near the land, we hear horrible noises. The boy doesn't want to continue. He is scared. We stay on the boat near the land, but we can't sleep. Some animals come to wash in the water. The animals make horrible noises. The boy is very scared. Then we hear that one animal swims toward us. The boy wants to go away, but I don't want to go away. I take one gun. I shoot at the animal. The animal turns, then swims to the land. The other animals hear the gun. They go away too. We stay on the boat. It is morning. We eat bread for breakfast. The boy wants to go to the beach. I go with him. We take guns and big bottles for water. I don't go very far. I want to see the boat. The boy continues alone. The boy returns after some time. He runs. I think that some animal is chasing him, but I see nothing dangerous. He has an animal in his hand. The animal is a chicken. He is very happy, and I am happy too. We have good meat and fresh water. We don't see dangerous animals. I don't know where we are. I only know that we are near Africa. I think that we are near a land where no people live. We don't see people on the land. We only hear animals. One day, when we go for fresh water, we see a lion. The lion sleeps on the beach. He is very big, only 20 meters from us. The boy is scared. Then the lion opens his eyes. When the lion sees us, he runs toward us. We don't have much time. I must shoot at the lion. I have 3 guns. The first bullet hits his leg. The second bullet hits his head. The third bullet finishes the animal. We can't eat the meat. The meat is not good, but we take the skin. We put the skin on the boat. The skin is dry soon. Chapter 5. Ship. We continue our journey. We stop only when we need fresh water. Soon we see that people live on the land. One day we see a big group of people on the beach. They have many children and they watch us. I want to stop. I want to go to the people, but the boy doesn't like this idea. He is scared. The people want to give us some food. 2 people run to the forest and return with some food. We don't want to go to the beach, but they don't want to swim to us. We don't know how to take the food. The people see this. They put the food on the ground, then they go back. When they are far from the food, we go to the food. Now we are not scared of the people. Now we are not scared of the people. They come to us. We thank them. But we have nothing to give in return. At that moment, we see 2 animals. The animals run down from the hill. The people are scared. One animal attacks a young girl. I shoot at the animal. I kill it. The second animal is scared. It runs away. The people are shocked when they hear the gun. They are also shocked when they see that the animal is dead. The people are happy that the girl is alive. They thank us and give us more food and water. Now we have a lot of food and water on the boat. We continue our journey. The next day we see some islands. I think that we can visit the islands, but at that moment, the boy starts to shout. He is scared. He thinks it is a pirate ship. But I look at the ship. I see it is Portuguese. Nobody on the ship sees us, so I shoot from a gun. They hear the gun and see us. Soon we are on the Portuguese ship. They speak Portuguese, Spanish, and French, but I don't understand them. However, one Scottish sailor is on the ship. He comes to me. I tell him our story. Then all the sailors are very nice. We can stay on the ship. We are very happy. We offer our boat to the captain, but the captain doesn't want to take it. He wants to pay for the boat. It is very nice. I tell him that he can buy our boat. I give him a good price, half of the usual price. The captain agrees. The captain also wants to train the boy as a sailor. I don't like this idea. I think that the boy is too young for this job. I believe he also needs freedom, but the captain says that it is good for the boy. Chapter 6. Wife. The boy wants to work for the captain, so he starts to be a sailor. The ship is on its way to Brazil. We arrive in Brazil after 20 days. I say goodbye to the boy and the sailors. Brazil is a new state in South America. Many people start a new life here. It is the same for me. I know nobody here. I meet some people who have sugar plantations, and soon we are good friends. I like Brazil very much. Soon I learn the language. I have some money from the captain. I buy a small piece of land in Brazil, and I start to produce sugar. I don't produce much at the beginning, but after 2 years my plantation is big. I am single, but my life is good. My financial situation improves every month. After 3 years in Brazil, I have enough money to hire a woman to clean my house. I ask my friends if they know a good woman. One friend says, I have a daughter. She is 18 years old. I think that she can work for you. She is also a very good cook. The next day, his daughter comes to my house. She is friendly but shy. She is also a very pretty girl. We talk. I tell her what I need. The next day, she comes to my house. She cleans the dirty floor and my furniture. She comes every Monday and Thursday for 4 hours. She also cooks for me and gives food to my cat. I am always happy when I see the girl. Sometimes we have breakfast or lunch together and we talk. Then she is ill. She can't come to my house. I feel a strange feeling when she is not there. I miss her. 1 week later, she comes to my house. I am happy when I see her. I see that she is happy too. I hug her, then I kiss her. It is a long kiss. 2 weeks later, I go to her father's house. I ask him if I can marry his daughter. He is quiet. I wait for his answer, then he says, I agree. I am very happy. 2 months later, I marry my friend's daughter and we start to plan a family. This part of my life is great. We have big plans for our family. We have big plans for our plantation. We need a bigger house. We need more money for a bigger house. I think about the business in Africa. I can make a lot of money there quickly. I speak about Africa with my friends very often, telling them we can make a lot of money in Africa. Chapter 7. Hurricane. One day, 3 friends come to our house. They tell me that they want to go to Africa. They ask me if I want to go with them. I say yes, I want to go with you. We start to prepare for the journey. Soon we are ready. I say goodbye to my wife, then we go. We want to come back 2 months later. We leave Brazil in September. Our ship is very big, but we are only 17 men. The ship is full of things for business. The weather is good, but very hot. At the beginning, 1 week later, we see a hurricane. The hurricane is very, very strong. Our ship is in danger. The hurricane finishes after 3 days, but when it is gone, we have a problem. The ship is broken. We can't go to Africa. The captain wants to go back and repair the ship, but I don't want to go back. We talk about it and think about the best solution. Then, in the evening, a second hurricane comes. The wind is strong, and the waves are very big. Then one man shouts, "Land!" When he shouts, "Land," the ship stops. The sea is not deep enough. It is bad for our broken ship. The ship can break every second. We must go on a smaller boat. This is very dangerous because the boat is too small for 17 men, but we must do it if we want to survive. So we go on a small boat. The waves are very big. The wind is very strong. The wind pushes us toward big rocks. We know that the crash is near. Then a big wave comes. The wave turns the boat. I am underwater. I can't breathe. I don't see the other men. I don't see the boat. Then my head is above water. It is only a short moment, but I can breathe. I see a small beach between the rocks. A big wave pushes me to the beach. I am still in the water, but I feel land under my feet. I know that I must stand up. I must get out of the water. The next wave can take me back to sea, but my body is weak. I can't stand up fast. The next wave comes. I am underwater again. I can't breathe again. But then another wave takes me back to the beach. I am in the water, but I can stand up. I can go 10 meters. I am on the sand. I am safe, but my arms and legs are very weak. I collapse and lie on the beach. After some time, I stand up. I look for the other men. I can't find them. I am the only man alive. All my friends are dead. I only find 3 hats and 2 shoes on the beach. It is horrible for me. Chapter 8. Island. The weather is still very bad, but the waves are not so big. I see the ship. It is far from the land. I look around and see that I have nothing. I am wet. I have no other clothes. I have nothing to eat or drink. I have no gun. Dangerous animals can eat me. I have only a small knife that I find in my pocket. This situation is really bad. How can I survive with only a small knife? I need to drink some fresh water. I find a small river and drink the water. Night comes, and I am scared of dangerous animals. I can't sleep on the ground, so I spend the night in a big tree. When I wake up the next morning, the sea is calm. I still see the ship, so I swim to it. I don't see a way inside the big ship. I swim around the ship twice. Then I see a rope on one side of the ship. I use the rope. Now I am on the ship. The ship is empty. I try to find some food. I am lucky. Some food on the ship is dry. I also find a bottle of rum. I take the bottle with me. Then I hear something. Somebody is on the ship. Who is it? Somebody from my friends? It is not possible. My friends are all dead. I am scared. I go to the place where I hear the noise. Then I see who it is. It is a dog. It is the dog of our captain. Now I have a friend. I am not alone. Now I must take the food, rum, and the dog to the beach, but I don't have a small boat on the ship. I must make a raft. I find some wood and make a raft from it. I also need some clothes. When I look for the clothes, I find a nice carpet. I also find 4 guns and a box with gunpowder. I put everything on my raft. The sea is calm, and the wind goes toward the land. This is all good. Soon I am on the beach. I look for a place where I can stay. I see a hill. From the hill I can see where I am. I take a gun and walk to the hill. When I reach the top, I see the sea around the whole place. I am on an island. I see 2 small islands nearby, one to the north and one to the west. I also see a big land to the south. It is about 100 kilometers away. I see nothing to the east. I see only the ocean. I don't see people on the island. I see only wild animals. Chapter 9. Tent. I see many birds on the way back from the hill, but I don't know their names. I don't know if I can eat them. I kill one bird, but the meat isn't good. I go back to the raft. The next day, I want to go back to the ship. I want to take all the important things to the island. The next storm can destroy the ship completely. I make a small tent near the beach. I bring the things that can be destroyed by rain to the tent. The night comes. I lie on the ground. I put 2 guns near my left shoulder and 2 near my right shoulder. Now I feel safe. I am tired and sleep very soon. I swim back to the ship the next day. I make a second raft and put many things on it. I am very happy when I find 7 new guns and some beds. I take all these things to the beach. I go to the ship every day and bring back many good things. For example, I find a lot of candles. I need candles on the island. I also find 2 big boxes of tea. I make many visits to the ship. One day I discover a closed box. Under the box I find a key. When I open the box, I see some money from Europe and Brazil. Money is not important on the island, but I take it with me. I also find cards with pictures. They are pictures of the king and the queen. I can play some games and have some fun with the cards. The next day, big dark clouds are in the sky. They are getting bigger and bigger. The wind is getting stronger and stronger. I visit the ship but don't make a raft because a storm is near. Rafts can break easily in a storm. I swim back to the beach. The wind is really strong at night, but I am safe inside my little tent. The ship is gone. The next morning, I know that I can stay on the island for a very long time. I want to make a nice place to live. I also need to be safe. I can look for a cave or make a bigger tent. Maybe I can do both. I need a place near fresh water. The place must be in the shade and easy to protect. I also need a view of the sea. I want to see ships. I find a nice place next to a big hill. I put my tent there. The hill protects me from one side. I build a fence on all the other sides. The fence has no door. I use a ladder to go over it. I take all my things inside. I have more plans in my head. I make 2 tents, one big and one small. The smaller tent is inside the bigger tent. The bigger tent protects the gunpowder and food from the rain. I live in the smaller tent. Chapter 10. Calendar. When the tents are finished, I start to make a cave at the bottom of the hill. I want to use the cave for food. I bring stones and earth from the cave to the fence. I make a terrace on the inside of the fence. I'm still working on the cave when a storm comes. One day, I see lightning during the storm. I think that the lightning can hit my boxes with gunpowder. The explosion can destroy everything and kill me. I am scared. I need to make a change. After the storm, I open the boxes with the gunpowder. I put the gunpowder in smaller boxes and bags, hiding them in the rocks. I have a lot of gunpowder, so this takes 3 days. I also hunt every day. It is a break from the hard work, and I need some meat. When I hunt, I start to know the island more. I discover some goats and hunt them. Now I have enough meat. I am sad sometimes. I think about my wife. I miss her very much. I think about my friends in Brazil and my parents. I know that traveling by sea can change your life completely. Traveling can be great, but it can also be horrible. I know that my friends from the ship are dead. I am the only person alive. I am lucky. I have all the things like food, guns, and clothes. I can't survive without these things. I decide to make a big cross and put it on the beach. I write the date of my first day on the island on the cross. I want to keep information about time. The cross is my calendar. I make a small cut in the cross every day. Every Sunday, the cut is longer. This cut shows the end of the week. The last day of every month is also a long cut. One day, I think about my situation. I have negative thoughts. This is not good. I want to change my negative thoughts. I decide to write down all the good and bad things. First, I write what is bad. I am alone on this island. I have nobody for conversation. I have only a small chance that I can see England again. But I am alive. I am safe. I have my freedom and enough food. This is all positive. I don't have good clothes, but I don't need a lot of clothes on this island. I have my dog. He understands some words. He knows when I say, sit down, come here, bring it, don't jump, and don't do it. I see that my situation is not perfect, but I also have some good things in my life. I need to concentrate on positive things only. I continue to make my place better and better. I make the cave bigger. I have space for many things. I am happy because my life is now well organized. Chapter 11. Furniture. I need to make some furniture. I need a chair and a table. I use the wood from my rafts and the ship. It takes 5 days to make them. Then I make more furniture for the cave. I put my clothes and guns in the cave too. I'm very happy when my work is finished. The cave is comfortable now. Everything is well organized, and I can easily find what I need. I decide to write a book about my life on the island. I describe my days in the book, starting with my first day. I write everything I remember, including my thoughts. It is good to write my thoughts on paper. At first, I write 1 page every day, but as I get to the present, I write only 1 page every week, focusing on important things. After some time on the island, my life is well organized, but it's never boring. I always have work. Every morning, I walk around the island, then I work. I have lunch at noon, take a short nap, and then continue with my work. I relax or write my book in the evening. I make my cave bigger and bigger. I want a spacious cave. It serves as my kitchen, living room, and sometimes a bedroom. When the cave is finished, a lot of earth falls from one side. Luckily, I am not inside when it happens. If a lot of earth falls on me, I could die. I clean the cave and decide to put long boards on the sides and top to prevent this from happening again. This work takes a week. In December, I can continue my work in my small camp. The weather isn't very good. It rains all day, but it's still warm, so I work inside. It is never cold on the island, which is good for me. At the end of December, I kill a goat and hurt another. Its leg is broken and it can't walk. I take the goat home and help it. After 2 weeks, the goat is no longer scared and eats from my hand. In January, I travel through the island and find more goats in the center. The animals are very shy, making it difficult to get close to them. I want to domesticate some goats and just need a good opportunity for it. I have a plan. The next day, I return with my dog, thinking that he can help me hunt. I tell my dog to sit, wait, and not move. Chapter 12. Corn. When the goats are between me and my dog, I hide behind a tree and shout to my dog, "Come here!" My dog runs to me, and the goats do too. I wait in my position behind the tree. When one goat runs close, I jump and catch her leg. But then the goat kicks me with her left leg, hitting my nose. The pain is horrible, and I can't hold the goat. She runs away. We are not successful. This is not the best method to catch a goat. We need to find a better way. I tell my dog, "Let's go home. I need to relax." I work on my fence from January to March. It takes a long time because I want it to be very strong. During this time, I find big birds on the island. Their homes aren't in trees. They live in holes between rocks. It is easy to catch them, and their meat is great. I can also cook and eat their eggs. While working on my fence, I find a small bag. I remember corn in the bag, but now I see only some leaves. I take the bag outside my camp and empty it, needing the bag for gunpowder. This happens before the rains. A month later, I find some green leaves in that place. It is young corn. I am so happy. The corn grows near my home. It is fantastic. I can bake bread in the future. Something happens in March. I am inside my cave when pieces of earth fall from the top. I'm scared that my work on the cave can be lost. I run outside and see that the ground starts to shake. It's an earthquake. I am shocked and scared as some big stones fall from the hill, but luckily they don't hit my tent. The earthquake finishes soon, but I don't want to go inside the cave. I am scared. I sit on the ground before my tent, thinking it may be dangerous to sleep in the cave. It could be risky if another earthquake comes, but I don't want to sleep in the tent. So I decide to build a house. I start building the house in April. It takes 3 months, but I am happy with my new home. In the last week of July, I fall ill and have a temperature. I can't get out of bed and feel very weak, unable to do anything in this state. I have crazy dreams. They are not very logical, but for me, they feel real. Chapter 13. Dream. One of my dreams is really crazy. I am in a pub. The pub is on my island. I want to drink some rum, but the waitress is very lazy. She sits at the bar and does nothing. I don't like lazy people. I am angry, but I wait. Then my wife comes to the pub. She gives me a paper with some text. It is a message from her father. He writes that I have to go home. He writes that I have to work on the plantations. But I don't want to go home. I go to the kitchen in the pub. My mother is in the kitchen. She prepares some steaks and also cooks soup. I taste the soup. It tastes fantastic. Then 2 Englishmen come to the pub. They want to sell gunpowder. One man looks like a gentleman, but the second man is horrible. I tell the horrible man that I am sorry, but I don't need your gunpowder. I have a lot of gunpowder in my camp. The horrible man says, "You have to buy our gunpowder. We travel from London. We want to do business." I say, "Thank you, but I don't want your gunpowder." The horrible man is really angry. Our conversation is not good. He says some horrible things about me, and I say some horrible things about him. The conversation reaches a point where he wants to kill me. He takes his gun. I start to run away, and he shoots at me. Then I wake up. 1 week later, I feel a bit better, but I still need to relax. I need to sleep a lot. In August, I am okay again, but I still feel a little weak. I need to do some physical activity. The next 10 days, I walk around the island. I feel better after these trips. When I feel strong again, I decide to explore the whole island. I find a new, interesting part of the island. It is a valley with a lake. The valley is in the central part of the island. I find melons here. The melons look like big balls and are very sweet. I also find apples, oranges, and lemons in this valley. I want to take some fruit home, but I need a big bag. I don't have a big bag with me, so I collect some fruit and put it in one place. I return to my cave and bring a big bag for the fruit. I like the fruit valley very much. The nature is beautiful here. I think maybe I can move here, but the beach is far from this place. I have to be close to the beach. I need to see a ship that can save me. Chapter 14. House. I don't move to the fruit valley, but I decide to build a house here and visit the valley very often. Step by step, I build a house here. The house is small. I make a double fence around the house. The house is protected like a castle. Again, I use a ladder when I want to go inside, and inside I have stairs in one corner of the fence. I use the stairs when I go outside and the ladder when I go inside. This activity takes the whole of August and the beginning of September, but I enjoy it a lot. The fruit valley gives me so much energy. I feel so healthy and strong here. Sometimes when I am in the valley at night, I watch the moon and the stars. I think about my wife and my family in England. I know that they see the same moon and the same stars, but we can't be together. I think about my family very often. I wish the best for them. I also think about all the people who see the moon. I think about the places where they live. I feel connected with them. Sometimes I feel connected with the whole universe. I also think about God. I have questions for God. I ask him, why am I on this island? Why am I still alive when my friends are all dead? I don't have answers to these questions, but I believe in God. I believe that he knows what he is doing. It is the time when the rainy season starts. The rainy season continues until the middle of October. This is my first year on the island. When the rains end, I return to my valley house. I see that the fence is all green. New leaves are growing everywhere. This isn't only beautiful, It is also useful because it is really hard to see the house. The leaves create a shadow. It is very nice to stay here. I want to make a fence from the same wood around my first house, too. When the rainy season is finished, I put my corn in the ground. I have a bad feeling that something bad might happen. I only use half of the corn. This is a good idea because no corn grows. I put the second half of the corn in the ground before the next rainy season. This time, the corn grows up. Now I have a small farm on the island. I see that the seasons on the island are different from England. The seasons are not spring, summer, autumn, and winter. We have 2 rainy and 2 dry seasons. With this information, I can now plan when to put corn in the ground. Chapter 15. Basket. I can carry more food during my trips, and I can also carry more fruit from the fruit valley. I cut branches from the trees, which I use for my fences. I use the branches for the basket. When I finish the basket, I decide to make a long trip around the island. I go through the fruit valley. After the valley, I find some fields. A lot of grass is on the fields. The fields are very flat. There are a lot of flowers on the fields. The flowers smell so good. Many insects fly around these flowers. I see some big butterflies. Their wings are 10 centimeters wide. I also see small trees around these fields. I find nuts on these trees. These nuts are different from nuts in England. They have a different shape and are also sweeter than nuts in England. I discover some new animals on this side of the island. Wildcats live here. I also see many parrots and other interesting birds. I catch one parrot and take it with me. Its body has many colors: red, green, orange, blue, pink, and yellow. This part of the island is very nice. More food is here, but I don't want to move here. My dog catches a young goat on the way back. I save the goat and take it with me. I want to keep goats now. I have another chance. I leave the goat in my valley house and want to prepare some space for the goat in my first home. I am so tired from the trip. I relax the whole day. I make a cage for the parrot and bring home the goat. The goat starts to be calm. I make a map of the whole island and put these new places on the map. Time goes very fast. Soon it is September again. This is my second year on the island. I am less sad now. I accept my situation. I have many good things in my life. My days are similar. I hunt in the morning, cook at noon, relax in the afternoon when the sun is very strong, and work in the evening. This is my typical day. I also teach my parrot how to say his name. His name is Pole. I have a problem with my corn. In November and December, the wild goats want to eat the little plants. I don't want to lose my corn, so I quickly make a fence around the field. I make a gate in the fence and put my dog inside the fence. He protects my corn at night. Soon the plants are tall, but another danger comes. Birds start to eat the seeds. I shoot at the birds and they fly away. I must watch my field every day. Chapter 16. Bread. I have my first corn at the end of December. It isn't a lot of corn. I don't want to eat the corn. I decide to keep all the seeds. My goal is to put the seeds in the ground and have more corn later. I need some pots for the seeds. I look for clay on the island. I find some clay and try to make a pot. I have no success at the beginning, but I try again and again. It is long work, but after 2 months of experimenting, I make 2 pots. I put the pots in baskets and put dry grass between the baskets and the pots. The dry grass and the baskets protect the pots very well. I continue to make small pots. Their quality is better and better. I also make long but not very high pots. I put seawater in them. When the water is gone, I have salt. One day I find a broken piece of a pot in the fire. The fire makes the piece very hard. It is like a stone. The piece is very red, too. I have an idea. I take one pot and make a fire around it. The pot becomes very hard after 2 hours. I'm happy with the result. I also need a tool with which I can make flour. I take a big piece of hard wood, make a hole in it, and put the seeds in the hole. Then, I take another piece of hard wood and break the seeds in the hole with this second piece of wood. The flour stays on the bottom of the hole. Now, I want to bake bread. I have an idea. I mix the flour with water. Then I take 2 stones, put the stones near the fire, and when the stones are very hot, I put the bread between them. Now I have my first bread on the island. The bread is not perfect, but I like it a lot. It is my first bread after a long time. During my 3rd year on the island, I think about traveling around the island by sea. I believe it is possible to make a canoe. I want to make a canoe from a big tree. I find one big tree, cut it down, and start to make a hole in it. But after some days, I start to think about something else. How to get the canoe from the forest to the beach. I realize that I am quite far from the beach. I see a small hill between the forest and the beach, and it is not possible to move the canoe over the hill. The canoe is very heavy for that. I am really angry. I have to leave the canoe in the forest. Many days of work are lost. I don't believe that I can make such a mistake. I have to plan my work better next time. Chapter 17. Canoe. My clothes are already very old. I start to use the skins of animals. I make a cap and other clothes from the skins. I also need an umbrella, so I try to make one from the skins too. It is difficult at the beginning and takes some time, but I am successful in the end. After 3 years, I am quite happy. I have everything I need for my life. My life on the island continues for the next 5 years. During this time, I decide to make another canoe. The canoe is smaller, and it isn't difficult to move it to the beach. The canoe is finished in June. I want to travel around the island in the canoe. I put food, water, and guns in the canoe. I'm ready for the trip. The beginning of my trip isn't easy for me. I am in danger when my journey starts. I have to go around some rocks in the sea. When I want to go back to the land, I feel a strong current under the canoe. The current is taking me away from the island. The situation is horrible. I'm scared. I can't survive in the open sea. I don't have enough food and water for a long journey. I fight very hard against the current for 2 hours, and then I am able to get close to my island. I can continue my trip around the island. Now I know that I am stronger than the currents around the island. I feel good. I feel strong. Soon I find a small river. I go up the river, but I get nowhere because soon the river is very narrow and stones block the way. I can't continue. I leave the canoe where it is and want to explore this part of the island. I am not far from the part of the island I know. Soon, I find the way to my house in the valley. I am very tired from the trip, and soon I sleep. Then I hear a voice. I wake up. The voice is saying my name. Robinson, where are you? Robinson, where are you? At first I am scared, but then I see my parrot, Paul. He sits on top of the fence. He knows these words from me and is saying them with the same intonation as I do. I am surprised when I see him here. I think, why isn't he at home? But I am happy to see him. I don't go back to the canoe. I return home with the parrot. I don't make such a trip for a year. I stay in my house most of the time and make more tools and pots. I can also make very nice baskets now. Chapter 18. Foot. It is 11 years after my first day on the island. One day I see that I don't have much gunpowder. It starts to worry me because I need gunpowder if I want to hunt animals. My first goat is very old. I want meat, but I don't have the heart to kill her. One day she dies a natural death. With less and less gunpowder, I have to find another way to get meat. I decide to make a trap. I am not successful at the beginning, but then I catch 3 young goats, 1 male and 2 females. I take them home with me. I keep the goats inside a small area. I make a fence around the area, but it is too small for 3 goats, so I build a fence around a bigger area. It takes me 3 months to build this fence, but the area is very nice. There is a lot of grass and water for them. After some time, the young goats are very calm. Soon they eat from my hand. In 2 years, I have 12 goats inside my fence, and in 3 years, I have more than 20 goats. I have a lot of milk and meat. Thanks to this, I experiment a little, and after some time, I am able to make cheese and butter. My table is full now, and I have a lot of animals around me. My old dog, goats, and my parrot. The only thing I still miss is someone for conversation. One day I go to the part of the sea where the strong current is. On the way there, I think about how strange I look. I have a big hat, a short jacket, and short trousers, all made from animal skin. I don't have socks or shoes, but I put some goat skins around my feet. I have 2 belts, one for the gun and knife, and one for the gunpowder. I also carry a basket on my back and an umbrella above my head. My beard is very long. I see that after 11 years on the island, I don't look like an Englishman. I am a different person. One day I am walking on the beach going to check my canoe when I see something surprising, a mark of a human foot on the sand. I look around, but I see nobody. I am scared. I run back to my house. I am so scared that it is difficult to sleep at night. Then I think maybe it is all only my imagination, or maybe it is the mark of my own foot and it is stupid to be scared. After this thought, I feel better. I leave my house and go look at the mark again. Chapter 19. Cannibals. When I come to the mark of the foot, I see that it is much bigger than my foot. It's impossible that it's my foot. I'm scared again and start to panic. I want to destroy my cornfields and my valley house. I need to hide my activities on the island. I am so afraid that I can't sleep the whole night. Finally, I sleep a little. In the morning, my head is clear. Now, it isn't so strange that people live on the islands around. I think maybe this is their first visit here. Maybe this island is not interesting for them. Maybe it's also their last visit here. I feel better after these thoughts, but I want to do something for my protection. If the people come again during the following month, I make another fence around my house. I make holes in the fence through which I can easily shoot from my guns if I'm attacked. Now I have a house that is very well protected. Nobody can come near me easily. I also worry about my goats. I divide them into two groups and build a smaller fence in another part of the island. I put one group of the goats there. It takes me a lot of time, but my animals are safe. After 16 years on the island, something very sad happens. My dog dies. I cry for 3 days. It's my worst day on the island. Fortunately, I have my goats. I go to them and tell them how sad I am. They don't understand my words, but I feel that they understand me. They feel my emotions and are unusually calm and quiet. It's now 2 years after the foot in the sand on the beach. One day when I'm walking on the beach, I think that I see a canoe far in the sea. I'm not sure, so I continue to walk. Then I see something that shocks me. The beach is full of parts of human bodies. Heads, hands, feet, fingers, and teeth are everywhere. There is a black place after a fire. I am angry but also scared. I can't look at this horrible scene for a long time. I have a horrible feeling in my stomach. I go back home and think about what to do. Now I can't go out to sea with my canoe. I have no chance against a group of cannibals in the open sea. I also can't use guns because the sound of a gun is very loud, but I always have guns with me for protection. I think that maybe in the future I can kill some cannibals and save their prisoners. I look for a place near the beach where I can hide and prepare for an attack. Then I change my opinion. I think that it's not good to fight the cannibals. I don't know these people. They don't attack me, so maybe it isn't good to attack them. Finally, I stop the preparations for the attack. I decide to attack them only if they attack me first. Chapter 20. Cave. I am hiding my activity on the island. I am very careful and try not to be loud. I am worried when I make a fire, but I need fire because I need to cook. So when I make a fire, I try to make only a little smoke. Smoke can go very high. People can see smoke from a great distance. One day, I discover a small cave in the forest. The cave is near the beach. I go inside. When my eyes adjust to the dark, I see two eyes looking at me. I jump outside, scared to death. I wait, but nothing happens. I go slowly to the beginning of the cave and listen. I hear something. I hear some animal. I think that the animal is injured. I take my gun and I go in the cave slowly. When my eyes can see again, I see an old goat. The goat is dying in the cave. I return to the cave the next day. I see that the goat is dead. I look around the place. I see that the place is very safe. It's a good place near the beach where I can hide, so I bring some guns and some gunpowder there. It's 23 years after my first moment on this island. I live comfortably now. I have many animals around me. A parrot is repeating my name and some other words very nicely. I have 2 other parrots. I teach them how to say my name. I have more than 30 goats. One day, I'm walking to my fields in the morning when I see fire on the beach. I quickly return to my house. I prepare all my guns. I take my telescope and go close to the beach. I hide behind a tree and watch what is happening on the beach. I see 9 naked people. They have 2 canoes and they are leaving. When they leave, I go to the beach. The beach is full of blood and bones again. I'm angry again. I decide to kill them if I see them again, but they don't return for a long time. One day in the evening after a big storm, something strange happens. I hear the sound of a gun at sea. I go to the beach. I see a light. The light is coming from the sea, but it's very far. Then I hear the gun again. I know that some ship is near my island. The ship is in danger. The ship is asking for help, but it's very dark. I don't see the whole ship. Chapter 21. Visitors. I take a lot of dry wood and make a big fire on the beach. The men on the ship probably see the fire because they shoot again. I think I can speak to somebody tonight. This is great. I keep the fire until midnight, but nobody comes to my beach. It's very strange. I don't understand it. I think, where are the men from the ship? The next day in the morning, I see the ship. The ship stops very far from the beach. The ship looks empty. I don't understand it. I expect the people from the ship. I really want to speak with somebody. I miss communication with real people very much. I take my canoe and go to the ship. I want to see if somebody is alive. The ship looks Spanish and is completely destroyed. When I'm close to the ship, I see a dog. He is very happy when he sees me. I give him bread and water. He is hungry and very thirsty. I find nobody on the ship. Where are the men from the ship? I think it's very strange. I don't have an answer to this question. It's a mystery. There are many boxes with different things on the ship. Some boxes are small, some boxes are big. I find bottles with alcohol in some big boxes, but these boxes are too heavy. I can't take them on the canoe. I find guns and gunpowder. I take them to the canoe. I also find some other useful things. I return to the island in the evening with some small boxes on my canoe. I have some new shirts, and also gold, silver, and a lot of gunpowder. The gunpowder is important for me on the island. It is more useful than money or gold. There is something else that I need very much. I need shoes. I find 2 pairs of shoes on board the ship. I take them with me. I put all my new things in the cave. I make 5 trips to the ship. I take everything useful for me. Then I hide the canoe. Everything goes back to normal. Time goes quickly. I often think about the men from the ship and the cannibals on the beach. One night in March, I have an interesting dream. In the dream, I see 2 canoes with cannibals who come to the beach. One of their prisoners runs away. He comes to my house. I save him. Then he becomes my friend. He helps me go through the dangerous waters around the island. I wake up, but the dream stays in my mind. I believe that if somebody helps me, it's possible to get away from the island. Maybe I can save one of the prisoners of the cannibals. I decide to watch the beach more. I go every day around the beach for the next 2 years. I hope to see the canoes. My wish becomes reality. One afternoon, I see 5 canoes with more than 30 men on the beach. I can't attack so many men. I have to wait. I watch them with my telescope. The visitors make a fire. They dance around the fire. I also see 2 other men. They are tied. They are prisoners. After some time, the cannibals take one tied man to the fire. They kill the man. The cannibals paint their bodies with his blood. It's like a theater. But this isn't a theater. It's real. It's horrible. But I can do nothing. There are too many cannibals. The second man is waiting on the side. When the cannibals don't look, the second man jumps up and starts to run away. He is running in my direction. I run to the beach and hide behind a tree. I see that only 2 cannibals run after him. This is the right moment to save the prisoner. The man runs fast, but the cannibals are faster. They are closer and closer to him. I prepare 2 guns and wait behind the tree. Chapter 22. Friday. The prisoner is running directly to my tree, but he doesn't see me. I don't move. Then he runs around me. I'm still behind the tree when the first cannibal runs close to me. I jump from behind the tree. He is shocked. I shoot him. The second cannibal sees this. He tries to shoot an arrow at me. I have to shoot him too. The prisoner stops when he hears the gun. He turns. He is scared. I feel tears in my eyes when I see the son's love for. I smile at him and show him that it's okay to come closer. He comes to me, goes down to his knees, puts his head on the ground, then takes my foot and puts it on his head. I show him that he can stand up. He stands up, looks at the dead cannibals, and goes to their bodies. He looks at the holes in their bodies. He probably can't understand why the cannibals are dead. It's unbelievable for him. He takes the arrows from the dead men. We take the bodies of the cannibals and hide them in the forest nearby. Then we go to the deeper forest. I take the man to my cave. The cave is my secret. Nobody can find us there. I give him bread, meat, and some water. He is very tired. He sleeps immediately. I have an opportunity to look at him. I see that he is young, slim, but very strong. I think that he is about 25 years old. He has long black hair, dark skin, and a pleasant face. I let him sleep and go outside. I sit near the cave and watch the space around it. Some cannibals can come and look for us, but they don't come. 3 hours later, the man comes out of the cave. He shows me how happy he is that he is alive and safe. I speak to him. I give him a name. His name is Friday because it's Friday today. I tell him my name, and I teach him yes and no. We stay in the cave at night. The next day, we go on top of the hill. I see through my telescope that the canoes are gone. We are alone on the island. We go carefully to the beach. First, we go to the place with the bodies of the dead cannibals. When we find them, Friday wants to eat them. I'm angry. I show Friday that it's not good to eat them here. I understand that Friday is also a cannibal. We bury the cannibals, then we walk to the beach. What we see is horrible. There are human bones on the sand. The sand is red with blood. We collect all the body parts and prepare a big fire. I want to burn the body parts in the fire. We go to my house. I make a little tent for Friday. The tent is between the 2 fences that are around my house. I'm a little scared. I don't know if Friday can hurt me. After some time, I see that I don't have to be scared. Friday is a very good man. He is like a son, and I'm like a father to him in many situations. Later, he shows me that he wants to give his life for me. I'm very happy that I have Friday on the island. I begin to teach him. I teach him what he needs to know about life like a European. First, I teach him some new words. I start with hi, hello, bye, and thank you. It isn't easy at the beginning, but I'm patient. I'm happy that I can speak to somebody. Chapter 23. Conversation. I'm happy that Friday is on the island. I want to show him what I eat. I shoot a young goat. Friday is scared of the gun. He doesn't understand how such a small thing can kill a goat. He doesn't want to touch the gun. We make a soup. When I cook the soup, Friday goes to the forest and brings some herbs. He puts the herbs in the soup. The herbs are similar to pepper. The soup smells fantastic, and the soup tastes fantastic too. The next day, we cook goat meat with sauce. Again, Friday brings some herbs and also plants. The herbs make the sauce taste great. We make a nice salad from the plants. I teach Friday how to prepare corn and bake bread. Soon, he can bake very good bread. Then we make my field bigger because we want to have more corn. In all activities, Friday helps me a lot. He can also catch fish very well. Our cooperation is simply great. We are a good team. I want to teach Friday English. I want to teach him fast. I want to be a good teacher. I take my role very seriously. I think I tell Friday my story. I describe England and Europe to him. I tell him about our cities, schools, ships, and traveling around the world. I tell him that education is important in Europe and that we study from books. It's all new to him. Friday's people don't need schools on the islands. They have all they need for their life. When I feel that I can trust him enough, I show him how gunpowder works. I teach him how to use a gun. I give him a knife and a belt. He is happy with my presence. He says that it's not the first time he has seen such a knife. He says that some white men live with them on their island. He counts 17 Europeans. I think that these men can be the sailors from the Spanish ship. Friday tells me that they are okay. I'm happy when I hear that some Europeans live not very far from my island. I start to plan how to meet them. The next day, we go on a small trip around the island. First, we go to the cross, where I want to mark another day. "What is it?" asks Friday when we come to the cross. I explain that we have 7 days in a week. These days are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When Friday hears the word Friday, he laughs. I explain to him why his name is Friday. Now he fully understands the meaning of his name. During the walk, Friday tells me that if we build a canoe, we can go to my island. I take Friday to the other side of the island. I show him my canoe there, but he says this canoe is too small for 2 people. We have to make a bigger canoe. So we start to make a bigger canoe. We have to cut a big tree, and I show him how to cut the inside of the tree. It takes us a month to make the canoe, and it takes us 2 days to move the canoe to the beach. The canoe is ready, and we are ready too. The day before we want to go. Friday goes to the beach. He comes back very quickly and looks very scared. He says that there are 3 canoes on the beach. He is scared because he thinks that the cannibals are here because they want to find him. I tell him not to worry, we are strong, and maybe they don't come for you today. Let's wait and watch. We take 15 guns and go on top of a hill. We see 14 cannibals, 2 prisoners, and 3 canoes on the beach. They stop close to the place. Where the forest is near the beach, it's good because it's easier to attack them and save the prisoners. We go to them quietly through the forest. I think about my right to kill them. I have no reason to shoot so many people who do nothing wrong to me. After some thinking, I decide only to watch and attack them, only if it's necessary. Chapter 25. Father. When we are very close to the beach, we see that the can-I-ales are around the fire they start to eat. The first prisoner, the second prisoner is still alive. He isn't one of Friday's people. He is European. The cannibals want to eat him too. I decide to save him if possible. We move closer to the cannibals, but we are still hidden behind the trees. 12 cannibals are still around the fire, but 2 cannibals go for the white man. When I see this, I prepare the guns. I ask Friday if he can do the same. Then we shoot quickly at the cannibals from 6 guns. We kill 3 and seriously injure 2 of the cannibals. The other cannibals jump up but don't know where to run. They don't know from which direction the danger comes. Some run to their canoes. Some stay on the beach. We continue to shoot. We shoot 3 other cannibals. After that, we take our guns and run to the beach. We shout very loud. I run to the prisoner and Friday shoots another cannibal. Who is near? I free the European. He says something in Spanish to me. I give him a gun. He is weak, but can shoot. The cannibals are shocked by our quick attack. Our unusual guns scare them a lot. Only 2 cannibals try to fight us. We shoot them with our guns. Friday fights very well. He quickly kills 1 cannibal who is injured. The second injured cannibal runs to the forest. Friday runs after him and kills him with his knife. Only 3 cannibals are able to run away. They jump in their canoe and start to leave. Friday shoots at them, but he doesn't hit them. It's dangerous to let them go, because they can tell their people about us. We want to jump in one canoe and follow them. But to our surprise, we find another man on the bottom of the canoe. He is scared and doesn't see the fight. He only hears the fight ropes are around his neck. He is in great pain. It's difficult for him to breathe. I quickly cut the ropes. When Friday sees him, he starts to cry. Then he laughs and hugs the man. Then he jumps and begins to dance around him. Then he cries and laughs at the same time when the strongest emotions are gone. Friday tells me that the prisoner is his father. His father. This happy incident delays us, and the cannibals are already gone from Friday massages. His father's hands and feet, the massage helps him. It brings more blood to the hands and feet. Soon his father feels much better. When they talk, Friday suddenly jumps up. He runs to the forest very fast. When he comes back, he has a bottle full of fresh water. He gives the water to his father, who is extremely thirsty. After he drinks, I ask Friday to give the rest of the water to the Spanish. He needs water very much too. The Spanish thanks me a lot. He has problems walking. He is very weak. I ask Friday to massage his feet too. It helps him. Then I want to help the Spanish go to the canoe because it's very difficult for him to walk. We want to take our new guest to our house, but Friday is young and strong. He has a lot of power. He takes the Spanish on his back and carries him to the canoe. He carefully puts him inside the canoe. Chapter 26. Dinner. When the Spanish is inside the canoe. Friday jumps out of the canoe. He pushes the canoe along the beach. Soon we reach the place near our house. Friday helps our new guests out of the canoe, but they aren't able to walk. We have to carry them to our home. We have another problem when we reach our house. Friday's father and the Spanish can't go over the fence. I think about the solution. First, I want to pull them over the fence, but the cannibals are already gone. There is no danger from them, now so we can stay outside the fence. We make a tent for them outside the fence. We prepare soft beds for them too. When we finish this, I start to cook dinner. Friday brings some fish and we cook it quickly. We have dinner together in the tent. Friday translates for me because the Spanish can speak Friday's language. After the dinner, Friday goes back to the beach. He brings back all the weapons. The next day, we bury the bodies of the killed cannibals. It's a lot of work the next morning. I speak with Friday's father. I want to know what he thinks about the cannibals. I ask him if they can return and if they could attack us. He says no, they can't attack us. They are scared of the guns. They think that you and Friday are spirits, sent from heaven. I'm still worried that the cannibals might return, but they never do, when our guests are strong enough. I begin to think about the journey by sea again. I ask the Spanish why he is on these islands. He says that he is from the Spanish ship and that there are 16 Europeans on Friday's island. They are Spanish and Portuguese. They want to go home but can't build a ship because they have no tools. I show the Spanish the tools I have from the ship. He says that with my tools, it's possible to build a ship. I think that the Spanish and Friday's father can return to their island and tell the other Europeans about my tools. Together we can build a ship, and then we can go to Brazil, Havana, or maybe Europe, but the Spanish want something else. He says it would be better if we wait some time. There isn't enough food for 16 other men on the island. We need more food to eat when we build the ship. I agree with him. He and Friday's father help us expand the fences and fields. We catch more goats. Now we have 50 goats. We collect a lot of fruit and then dry the fruit. We also prepare the material for the ship. I choose some trees and show the others how to cut the trees. Then we make long and thin pieces. Soon, we have a lot of food and a lot of corn. We need more baskets and pots for the corn. The Spanish knows how to make baskets. He has a great talent. His baskets are excellent. He uses a special technique. When he makes baskets, the technique is fast and effective. He makes the baskets 3 times faster than I do. I want to learn his technique, and he teaches me. I'm not as fast as the Spanish, but I'm faster than before. Chapter 27. Englishman. We put all the food in my cave. The food is safe there. The Spanish and Friday's father can go back and bring the other men here. We give them food and 4 guns in case the cannibals want to attack them again. Then they take the canoe and go away. 2 days pass when something unusual happens. Friday wakes me up at 6 a.m. Are they here, I ask. Friday, he says no, but somebody else is here. There is a boat at sea. I go to the top of the nearest hill and see the boat. It's clear that these people are not the friends from Friday's island. The boat comes from a different direction. I also see a ship. I know this ship. It's English. I'm confused. It's true that I'm happy to see English men after 27 years on the island, but I'm also worried the island isn't near the ways of English ships. I don't remember any storm yesterday. So why are they here? Maybe the men are pirates, maybe. They want to hide something on the island. I decide to be very careful. Friday and I stay in the forest and watch them. The boat comes to the beach, and I count 11 men soon. I see that they are all Englishmen. 3 men have their hands tied together. The 8 other men take them to the beach. 2 of the prisoners are calm, but the 3rd prisoner tries to say something. He looks very scared and asks the men in the boat for something. When Friday sees this, he turns to me and tells me that Englishmen also eat people. I tell him that they definitely don't plan to eat them. I think that they want to shoot them. After some time, we see that this isn't their plan. The men from the boat start to explore the island. The 3 tied prisoners sit on the beach with 2 men as guards. The prisoners look very sad. Their situation is bad. Low tide comes soon. The level of the sea is low. Their boat is on the sand and they can't move the boat. I hear them say we have to wait and leave with the next high tide. This gives us some hours. Friday and I stay in the forest until dark. Then I see that the men who stand guard start to sleep. The 3 prisoners sit under a tree quite close to us. It looks like they are also quite far from the other sailors. We can come closer to them. When we are very close, I speak quietly to them. We are still behind the trees and they can't see us. When they hear my voice, they can't believe that somebody speaks English to them from the dark forest. "What is that?" asks one of the men. "I hear something. I hear a tree speak," answers the other, "but it's impossible. A tree can't speak English." "Yes, you hear something, but it's not a tree," I say quietly. "My name is Robinson Crusoe. I'm an Englishman. I live on this island. I can help you if you tell me who you are." After the first shocking moment, one man answers my question. He is the captain of the ship, but after a rebellion. On the ship, the captain, his assistant, and a passenger are prisoners. The other sailors want to leave them on the island. The captain says the truth is that there are only 2. 2 dangerous sailors who control the others in the group. 80% of them are still loyal to me. If the leaders are caught, the rest can return under my control. Chapter 28. Control. I say I can help you, but I have one condition. I want full control over the ship if we manage to get the ship back. The captain and the other 2 prisoners agree. They give me full control over the ship and over their lives. We free the prisoners, then go back to the forest. I give them guns, and we start to plan. The attack, in the middle of our conversation, we see that the sailors who stand guard wake up. They stand up, shout to 3 other men who are near them. At that moment, we shoot the guards. Then the captain speaks to the 3 other men. He doesn't want to shoot them, but they must be loyal to him and help him get the ship back. They agree. We tie them and leave them on the beach. The other 3 men who hear the shots come back. They see that the situation has changed. We are 5. We have a lot of guns. The situation is bad for them. They also say that they want to be loyal to the captain. We tie these men too. We hide our 6 prisoners in the forest. Then the captain and I finally have time to talk to each other. I tell him my story and he is shocked. He also thanks me a lot for my help. He and his 2 friends are hungry, so we go to my house. I show them the results of my work during all the years. On the island, they are surprised when they see what I have, but we don't have much time to explore my home. We have to plan how to get the ship back. There are 16 men on board, and we are only 5 first. We decide to take everything out of the boat. We think that the sailors might send another boat to the island. if the men from the first boat don't come back with the next high tide. In the morning, we hear a gun. It's a signal from the ship. After some time, we hear the gun again and again. There is no answer then. We see that the sailors take another boat and go to the beach. We see 8 men. They all have guns. The captain tells me that 6 men are still loyal to him, but there is also the man who is the leader of the rebellion. The captain thinks that it's difficult to beat them, but I tell him that we have a good chance. To win, we have to do something quickly. The captain trusts 2 of our prisoners. They promise to fight on our side. We give them weapons. We are 7 men ready to fight. We wait for the arrival of the boat. Them weapons, we are 7 men ready to fight. We wait for the arrival of the boat. So if you enjoyed the lesson, please hit that like button. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. So long. Thanks for joining me today on my channel.